Scotch, bourbon and rye. If they like a bottle, they'll tell you why.
Hey everybody! Welcome to another episode of Trenny and C. I'm Trenny, this is C.
Hey.
We just got back from the 2019 Victoria Whisky Festival.
A great time, as usual, as to be expected, as always.
So much fun.
And other things.
You stayed in your
Still
Whisky
classing
Fest
it
gear.
up.
I got into just a dirty, stinky shirt.
Yeah, perfect.
I just got to mention, as you guys can probably tell, I am speaking relatively coherently.
Yeah, last year we were very sloppy.
We were S-faced by the end of it.
Super S-faced. And then this year, we met up with so many subscribers or friends from social media. We met a bunch of ambassadors, and we spent some time, of course, like usual, chatting up Dr. Don and his crew, and Quig, and oh god, I forgot Whisky Wednesday.
Yeah, it was good times.
Our buddy Clay, what's up, Clay?
But that's the thing. Like it took away from the drinking of the whiskey.
It took away from the intoxication,
which is actually probably a good thing because we're actually able to film a video.
Yeah, we are. We're in a better state than we were last time, and you know, maybe due to growth next year, we won't even have a chance to drink any whiskey. We'll just be chatting with people the whole time.
But you know what? The good thing is now, now
yeah.
I feel like getting drunk.
It's time to drink whiskey now.
So what we have in front of us today is the old Pulteney.
Yeah.
17-year-old. This is one of the most sought after old Pulteneys. And what we did is we just asked the people at the table there. We introduced ourselves and we were polite, and we gave them a Trenny and C challenge coin.
Trenny and who?
Yeah, they didn't know, but whatever. But they do now.
Yeah, now they do. They got a challenge coin. They can't win though.
No.
You can't win anything.
No.
That was a freebie.
But the point is we're very friendly and talked to them a bit and talked to them a bit about our brand and their brand as well, and how we can maybe help each other out. And at the end of the night, if you're polite enough, they will give you a little sample.
The end of a bottle.
Yeah, and they gave us the end of this bottle, which is great. I'm gonna just pour it.
It's not like it's the end of a bottle that's been sitting around for years in somebody's cupboard. This is a bottle that got opened and poured tonight.
Yeah.
And this is the end of it. So it's had time to breathe tonight, but it's also not one that's lost all of its flavor because it's, you know, been sitting around for years at a very low level. So it's still a relatively fresh bottle. It's just the end of it.
And now it's done.
Yeah. One thing I want to do here. Got it. One thing I want to do here is just check and make sure I actually turn the camera on.
Sure.
Because there was a couple of times tonight when I was filming Trenny at the Whiskey Fest, and I was like, okay, tell us what you're drinking. And then I was like, I didn't press the button.
Yeah,
so
let's do it.
Let's make sure we're filming. Okay, we've got the little square.
Good, we're good.
We are filming. We are actually filming. Thank goodness.
I'm going to thank, and I wish I could remember the girl's name, this beautiful girl from Scotland, East Indian girl.
Yeah.
I wish I could remember her name. Very unique. Anyways, but I ended up chatting with the other guy too, and he gave me his card. And this is Gordon Stevenson. He's the export sales manager for International Brewing Holdings Limited. So thank you guys for letting us have some
it's really nice
here.
of them to allow us to just get a little touch that we could take back here and actually do a little review on.
Totally. And this here, so we got the 2019 Victoria Whisky Festival glasses. Mm-hmm. Very cool. And again, this is semi first impression. We tried it a little bit tonight.
We did have some tonight.
You have so many side by side that it's hard to sometimes distinguish.
And we haven't done a score on it.
No.
So we'll kind of have to thumbs up it or thumbs down it, I guess. We'll have to do a Siskel and
I can tell you right now, it's a thumbs up.
Yeah. It's a pretty easy thumbs up.
Do you know what? It's a relatively I don't want to say mild nose, but I find sometimes with the
it's not booming.
The old Pulteneys, the nose, you sometimes struggle at first.
Yeah, it can take a bit to kind of open up.
And then as you get to know it, it blooms.
So it does have the Pulteney signature, which is the soapy and somewhat floral notes to the nose.
Yeah, and A little bit like salty.
Somewhat
A little bit
herbal spicy, a little bit.
herbal spicy. There's a peppery kind of note on there.
Yeah, for sure.
And,
There's a little pepper.
5 years extra in the cask compared to the 12-year-old does seem to...
But soft and nice and a little bit
it
sweet.
rounds it out,
And a
really
little
nice
bit Fig
nose.
Newton-y.
Fig Newton, yeah, absolutely.
You know, and it's a kind of buttery with a little bit of that kind of like doughy.
Yeah, like
Little
yeastiness to
doughy,
it.
yeah, and little figgy, like, oh.
It's a really nice nose. So let's, I'm going to get into the flavor now.
You should.
I know that, like, sometimes you can spend hours on a nose.
Yeah.
And this is probably one that you could do that. But I think these are going to be kind of quick blast little videos.
Sure. Did you mention the, kind of like the saltiness?
A little bit of saltiness.
Old Saltney?
brininess, yeah, exactly.
Is it Old Saltney? Does it stand up to that?
I think it will be on the flavor. So let's get to the flavor here.
Sure.
And that's where it's the blast of the classic Old Pulteney flavor.
But it also has
bright.
It has the heather honey, but that's like the heather honey's a bit of a background note as compared to like what you're saying. You know, like but it's there and it's a little bit like vanilla-y too.
Vanilla, and I'm actually getting on the flavor, the Fig Newton kind of thing going on, and like that biscuit kind of wafer sort of flavor.
And at 46%, it's just enough punch to give you a tingle over the back of your tongue as it rolls down your throat.
It warms you up a bit right here.
It does. It's a chesty.
It's
a bit chesty. Chesty LaRue.
That's the one.
Chest Rockwell.
Yeah.
Chest Rockwell.
So on the flavor, everything we talked about in the nose is there, but it's just bigger. And I mean, of course, because it's the flavor and you're going to get more out of it. But as I was saying earlier, sometimes the nose takes a while to open up. But even if the nose hasn't opened up and then you take a sip, you go, oh, that's where everything is.
Yeah. And it says here, matured in 5-note casks, quietly breathing the fresh sea air. Old Pulteney is the very essence of this unique place, intricate, balanced, and with a delicate mineral salted spiciness. I would say that is accurate.
Yeah, for sure.
Old Pulteney is distinctive and evocative spirit, truly. I agree with that.
You know what, on the finish, as I'm letting it sit, this one takes its time. You know, there's no swift finish where it's just done. That's kind of almost where sometimes Scotch has like a smoky thing, even if it's not peated. And that kind of like, that's on the finish of this one. It's there for quite a while.
Yeah. Is it like Gewürztraminer and Rieslings are those wines that have like the floral notes to them?
Yeah.
I'll bet if you were like a Gewürztraminer or Riesling kind of person, you would absolutely love this.
Probably,
so if you're drinking those wines, and you're also a Scotch drinker and you haven't had Old Pulteney, that is kind of like it's a good transition to go from like a Riesling not like necessarily like you're not going to drink them back to back, but I mean if you like that, this is like that type of flavor but in a Scotch.
Well, and it's kind of funny that you say that because like sometimes a lot of people pair wines with different foods.
Yeah, sure.
And you can do that with Scotch.
Yeah.
But with those two wines, you would probably do the same thing. Like probably some, you would pair it with seafood.
Okay.
And probably like spicy food.
Yeah.
You know?
I can see you do, what you're saying is you would do that with this as well.
Yeah, exactly. Like with this one.
Yeah.
That's what I picture pairing this with something like that.
And this is like salty and sweet. So it's got that like I said, a balance. It's got that savory.
Umami?
Huh?
Unami? What's that? Isn't that like a Japanese like fifth taste bud flavor?
Oh, is it? Okay. I thought you were talking about like edamame beans or edamame.
There's that too.
Edamame.
Or like,
I don't think you're talking about that though.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a fifth. How many senses? There's a sixth sense, or is that the sixth sense?
It's not seeing dead people.
Okay.
But, you know, but
I might be after a few more.
It's something. Yeah, exactly.
Holy shit.
Hey, well, that's why they call it a spirit, I guess.
Oh, we should leave on a high note.
Anyway, really,
so
really
good.
It's stuff.
It's a 2 thumbs up.
2 thumbs upper.
So we still have our Whisky stamps on.
So thank you, Gordon Stevenson
and the lovely other lady
I wish I could remember her name. She was awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. So cheers. Thank you for joining us.
Yes.
We're Trending C. Subscribe. Click like.
Yes.
Even click that little bell thing so it reminds you when the
buy a shirt.
Buy a shirt. Hey. There it is.
Oh, we got a
One
shirt.
sec.
Oh, the other thing is we're gonna start doing private speakeasy live streams for patrons. So for $1, you could be getting private live streams. Think about it.
What a great looking shirt it is on me.
That's beautiful.
Okay.
All right,
Thank you,
cheers,
everybody.
dudes.
Cheers.
Drinking whiskey, describing all the flavors for you and me. Irish, Scotch, bourbon and rye. If they like a bottle, they'll tell you why. Subscribe on YouTube.